This is an obviously well played with Matchbox 1987 Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. I test drove the full-size version of this car many years ago, so I thought I'd make this one up to look like the one I took on that test drive. As you can see here, I apologize for the focusing problems, but as you can see here, this thing is an incredibly ugly combination of colors. And yes, that bottom is pink. That is not faded red. Someone asked me about that when I mentioned it. And once you pop it open, it's obvious that nope, that's actually pink. I'm not sure what they were thinking on this combination. But got it drilled out, cracked it open. And as you can see, there's multiple pieces to this. It's a really nice little casting. The wheels definitely have to go. I like the fact that the headlights, the tail lights have clear sections to them. The headlights are part of the windshield portion, and then the tail lights are a separate little piece that pops out. So here I am taking the pieces apart, getting it ready to throw in the stripper. I'm going to drill it out and tap it. And then it's going to head off to the stripper. And as you can see, I used the jar method. I threw the top and the bottom in the jar, let them sit there for a while. And citrus strip worked really well. Got all of the paint off. There were some areas that needed some work, so I filed it down, sanded it in some spots, and then went over it with a wire wheel on the Dremel tool. So here it is right before it went to paint. Trying to decide what I was going to use for paint. When I do the metal cast paint with the various colors, there's a base coat, a metallic base coat that's silver. That's what I used on this, was only that base coat. If you've ever used it, you know when you're spraying it, if there's a little breeze, it's like you're in a glitter cloud as this stuff floats around. So I ended up basically having to wet sand it after the first clear coat because it was just rough. The metallic base wasn't smooth at all. But I hand painted the black areas with Citadel black paint, then went over it with clear, and then started working on the base. I chose some, it turned out to be green light wheels that I used on it. I like how they looked. I kept the same original assembly to hold the wheels. Used the green light axles. The windshield had obviously yellowed over all these years. Couldn't get rid of that. I tried a variety of things, including bleaching it. I did wet sand. There was a big gouge on the front. I wet sanded that out as best I could. Cleaned it up a little bit. Cleaned up the tail light assembly. That's that little tail light portion. The windshield was still yellow. Here's where we started, and I got it all put together. And we ended up with this. It really reminds me of that car I test drove all of those years ago. The Turbo Coupe is a stick, and I'm 6'1", and there was something about sitting in that car. It just wasn't comfortable. The car itself was wonderfully comfortable, but trying to shift just wasn't. Had a little short throw shifter on it. And just the placement with everything was a little awkward. So I ended up getting a different car, but definitely remember this one well. So hope you like the results as much as I do. Hope you like this video. If so, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully you'll enjoy the future videos as well. Thank you for watching.